In the hadith of Ibn Abbas, did he not refuse even after finding out that Muawiyah had started earlier and said that was how Prophet ﷺ told him? Exactly, he did refuse. But when did he refuse? Those who are using that hadith today are saying that today I get the news that is cited around the world, I'm refusing it right now, even though I can fast tomorrow and make it the first of Ramadan. That's not the case with Ibn Abbas. Ibn Abbas and his community already started Ramadan. They were well into Ramadan, so the information that comes late is of no benefit. They can't, undo. The month of Ramadan was done. But the challenge is, as I mentioned, is if the information comes in time for you to fast the next morning, then what do you do? And you can't use that narration as proof because Ibn Abbas refused it, because the condition in which he refused it is different from today because we get the information right away. What about following Saudi Arabia? Fiqh Council of America follows the astronomical data to establish Ramadan and have already declared September 1st as the first day. However, the president has studied from Medina University. Should this take away from the credibility of the institution for the person in charge? Well, let's just talk about the specific opinion. After today, I think it's very clear. If anyone still has doubts, they can ask. That the usage of astronomical data calculation is invalid according to the Sharia. Right? Imagine what it's doing to the whole spirit of Ramadan. All right, September 1st, well, you know what, I'm not even going to look for the moon. It's over. You take away this chunk. Ibn Umar said, Tara an-nas, the people used to go out, go to their rooftops, look for the moon. You just take out this whole spirituality, which also emotionally, spiritually, and psychologically prepares you for Ramadan. So you go to work, oh, today is September 1st. I should be fasting. Where's the prerequisites? All right, we don't have that. So we say that is an invalid opinion, as we show according to Quran and Sunnah, right? The analogy used is incorrect. It's favored to be used because it's easy to sell an idea in the West that's logical for those that may not know what the Sharia says. It sounds logical. Look, let's go by calculation. It's precise. There's no, the margin of error is probably 0, and we all can unite on September 1st, and let's do that, right? Sounds logical, sounds good. Hey, good idea. But there's a Sharia reality which we must keep in mind. And if the month of Ramadan is about taqwa, to worship Allah, to obey Allah, how can we start it with disobedience? The Prophet said, "La tasumu hatta taraw al-hilal." He forbade fasting until you see the moon. How can we start with something haram? How are we entering the month of rahmah with something haram? Doesn't make sense. What if the majority is calculations? Well, that's clear. If the majority of the people do calculations, then the Prophet said, "Man amila amidan laysa alayhi amruna fahuwa rad." The Prophet said, anyone who does an action that's not according to Islam, then it's to be rejected. We don't follow it. If everyone follows Saudi Arabia for Hajj, shouldn't they follow for Ramadan as well? Nobody challenges the day of Arafah, so why Ramadan? Because Arafah is in Saudi Arabia. Arafah is not here. Arafah is occurring in Saudi Arabia, right? So Hajj is made there. So obviously you're going to go by their calendar of when Hajj is occurring there, right? So this can't be an international calendar because Hajj is relative to a location there, whereas fasting is not relative to a location. It's relative to a time. I got the last question. Notice. We got to take online view. So what is the majority in New York City? Brother Dawood is going to talk to you about that. That counts as a half a question. Let me just... In Ramadan, women are mostly in the house cleaning, cooking, and taking care of kids. The men go to the Jama'at and Taraweeh and Itikaf. How can we get the same reward? Well, how about cleaning and cooking in the morning and joining them during the nights to go in Ramadan? Which means that the month of Ramadan we should start preparing now to fix our schedule, to have a schedule. And it's the responsibility of the husbands to look after the spiritual development of the wife. If she's able, physically able, it's important to also give her the opportunity to take her to the masjid, to listen to lectures, to pray the Taraweeh, to benefit from Ramadan. You don't want to increase your spiritual development to a scale, and after 5 years find her that she's down here, and that will be a cause for a marital breakup. You want to have a cooperative spiritual development, a cooperative increase in Iman together. So it's a responsibility on the husband, as he's responsible for the family, and it's a responsibility on the wife for her to manage her schedule and manage her affairs so she'll be able to benefit from Ramadan. And the cooking and that what she's doing, if she's doing it with the correct intention, that she's doing it to feed the family so that when they go, so they will have the energy and the strength to pray Taraweeh, you also get the reward. Subhanallah bihamdihi, subhanallah ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
The knowledge continues.